Hey everyone, this is Daniel, and I'm gonna do something totally different. I'm gonna review another game. This game is called Nocturne, and somebody had posted this game on Reddit in the rhythm game subreddit looking for people to review and stuff. It's in a beta state, so it's not done. I've already played through everything, and I just kind of wanted to give my opinions. I'm going through it one more time. So it's a rhythm RPG, and there's these random encounters which I just ran into, and the RPG fight kind of, it just takes place in the form of just a song that you play through. So I'll just do this real quick. I doubt I can talk while playing this. So there are different difficulties that you can select at the start of the game, and this is the hard difficulty. I think there's 5 different ones, so it's a lot of different options. There is one more extra difficulty above this, but I'm not playing with that. I've actually had some difficulty getting things to feel synced up, and I want to talk about that as soon as I get done with this. It's not very strict as far as needing to full combo or anything. I kind of am playing a little bit sloppy, I feel, but as far as my health and stuff, I guess that's how it is. Like, just playing the game, you kind of evade attacks. And then I notice in the settings, there's also a key binding for some kind of special ability, but the game doesn't use that quite yet. So, where I'm at right now is I'm kind of at the beginning of the game. The story seems to be, I seem to be in some kind of like afterlife situation, and this girl is trying to find her brother, or something like that. And you wander around this overworld. There are a few random encounters. One thing I notice is that there's just a lot of walking. These spaces are really big, and there are some little things you can look at. It's not obvious that you can at first. So I did get a little bit lost. You do have to find like the right building, I think, to... Actually, I don't remember. There's a lot of walking around, and so at this point in the game, I'm supposed to walk back to the where I first started. And another thing is, it seems that each encounter, like this enemy is always the same track, which is okay, I guess. I mean, I assume that's their... I think there's only a couple different enemies in the game at this point. But after I this, I'll have to remember to talk about the issues I had with the sync. I honestly don't even feel like I'm hitting on to do with music. I'm just looking at the notes. There's a sync facility in the settings, which are a little bit problematic for me. I'm gonna look at the options right now, because that's kind of what I wanted to review the most. I think it's under audio. There's a latency calibration. The test song and this thing feel more on sync than the songs during the battles, and that was kind of a problem for me. And there's only a setting to, I think this is like a video calibration, but there's also like a hidden timing calibration, but you have to do the auto calibration to set it, which is kind of annoying because I did the auto calibration and it didn't really... It's close, but not quite, and I have a feeling that some of the individual songs have sync issues. I don't know, so like the first tutorial song felt good, but the ones during these battles don't feel quite as good, so that's kind of an issue. There is a lot of story stuff. I'm kind of skipping this because I've already looked at it. I guess she died, and this is some kind of a weird commercialized afterlife. I don't know, dystopia, but something went wrong. Her brother said she'd meet him here or something, but something odd happened. Something bad happened here, and she is not where she wants to be, or when she wants to be, I guess. So, very odd for her to have showed up in this. Yeah, I'm skipping. If you want to. Another issue to do with the controls, I found the default bindings to be a little awkward because they were using WASD to move around, which is fine. Oh, there was a chest or something down here. Yeah, there was. The default key bindings they're just a little bit awkward. I don't remember what they were, but I just moved it to use the arrow keys because that just makes, I don't know, just WASD felt weird. And then the rhythm keys were on S and D, and then JK instead of what you might expect, D and F and J and K. And so it just assumes you wanted to play the game with your hand kind of offset. And then what's going on right now is also a little bit, just there's so much wandering around at kind of a slow speed, and that just felt like picking up that chest, I don't even know what was in there, didn't feel quite worth it. And I feel like, yeah, I'm playing the same song again, which is okay. Obviously the game's not done. It's very, very early. So who knows how many different kinds of enemies there's going to be, and how many different tracks are going to be in like this first section of the game. Yeah, I'm trying to play by ear. And I'm getting all greats if I do that, or goods. It's just not synced up. And I don't know, I don't feel like there's a whole lot that I can do to get it synced up, so. Oh well. One thing I like about the game is that during the tutorials and some of the dialogues, it brings like the rhythm gameplay into this overworld, like into the world. So the rhythm gameplay and the kind of overworld story, the place where the story is taking place, isn't totally separate, and that's pretty interesting. And maybe we'll get to see. I ran into a guy. Oh, is this a different enemy? That's fun. This track is way quieter than the other one, and I honestly can't even hear it. But I'm sure that's just kind of a beta game issue. And I'm curious to know what the special abilities or what other game mechanics are going to be included in the game. I mean, because this is pretty much bog standard rhythm game gameplay. Yeah, I can't hear the music. I'm literally just playing entirely by sight. Curious to know if there's going to be other than just that, and how it's going to be presented. It really is a little bit awkward looking at the side of the screen, but if there's going to be more gameplay elements happening during the rhythm parts, it'd be interesting to know how that's going to look. My game kind of, I don't know, some players do have issue getting like tunnel vision and paying attention to the other gameplay mechanics, and you do get used to it, but I don't know. Again, there's some other random chests, I don't know how to get it, but just walking around feels so slow and a little bit arduous. I almost don't care to figure out how to get them. I think that's just about all I have to say about it. It seems like a cool idea. There honestly isn't that much left in the demo to play, but there's some cool story stuff, I guess. And great. I'd like to see where this turns out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me do something a little bit different. And if you haven't, check out Sequence Storm. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, bye.